Welcome back to the Badass Women of WWII. I'm Lydia, and today on episode 7, we're talking about Katherine Rawls. Katherine Katie Rawls was born June 14th, 1917 in Nashville, Tennessee, and moved to Florida when she was 5. Her father, a road builder, moved the family around the state following available work, often staying at camps next to lakes. Katie and her siblings spent a good deal of time swimming, and soon all 5 of the Rawls children were swimming and diving competitively. Stick with me here, we're going to get to the World War II service, I promise. Katie competed in her first national championship at the age of 11, taking second place in diving. At 12, she won her first national championship in New York City. At 13, she won the national championship medley and broke the world record while she was at it. At 14, she won the silver medal in springboard diving at the 1932 Olympics. And at 15, she took the title of the first woman to win national championships in 4 separate events at the same meet. At the 1936 Berlin Olympics, she won another silver medal and took bronze with the swimming relay team. After the 1936 Olympics, Katie enrolled in the Florida State College for Women, now known as Florida State. She was 19. All of this was before she was 19. It's insane. She continued to compete nationally and internationally while she was enrolled, setting world records along the way. Katie didn't stay at college past that first year, instead leaving to marry her swim coach and continue her swim career. She dominated all the way up to 1939. It was clear there would be no Olympics in the foreseeable future, so Katie retired from swimming and set her sights on something else entirely. Her husband Ted, not just a swim coach. He was also a pilot and owned a flight school. Katie learned to fly, and in 1942, she joined the Women's Auxiliary Ferrying Squadron, known as the WAFs. And like Dorothy Fulton Slynn from the last episode, Katie was one of the originals who made up the very first squadron. This first batch of women were vital to the program. They proved that women could do the job, and they paved the way for all the others to follow. Katie assembled with the other originals in Houston, Texas for training on November 16, 1942. During her time with the WAFs, she was assigned to Newcastle Army Air Base in Delaware and Romulus Army Air Base in Michigan. Katie ferried many different aircraft across the country, including the BT-13, AT-6, AT-17, A-20, B-25, B-26, C-47, P-38, P-40, P-51, and the P-63. Since Katie's swim career is what she's famous for, I couldn't find much on her service days. The only other information I could find is that in 1943 she was sent to Palm Springs, but resigned shortly afterward and returned home. Apparently, her husband had returned from service and wanted her to come home too. Perhaps not surprisingly, their marriage didn't last. After the war, Katie was a swimming instructor for 20 years at the Greenbrier in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. In 1965, she was one of the inaugural inductees into the International Swimming Hall of Fame. On April 8, 1982, Katie died from cancer at the age of 64. Katie may be more well known as the greatest female swimmer of her time, but today we remember her for her service as a pilot during her country's greatest time of need.